this video, I'm going to share with you some of the few tips that can help you turn that small poultry farm of yours into a business, actually a profitable business. Every time we tell you to start a poultry farm, we'll be like, start small, start with 10, start with 3, start with, Now, any number that you start with, as long as you do it smart, it can be a business. So you are welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are watching me for the very first time, my name is Asperia and I am a very passionate poultry farmer, and I do farming in all other aspects, and also I share a lot on this channel. Please subscribe, join, and let's begin. Now, the very first thing you need to know, if you are to do your poultry as a business, whether you have 10 hens, 100, now one thing you need to know that you need to practice record management. Keep a record of your hens, like what are they eating, how much money am I putting in to feed them, how long have I been with these hens, and how much did I put in their sickness. And so after everything, you are able to know the cost of production. You're able to know that, okay, I have 10 hens or 10 cocks, but I have spent 200,000 on them. And so this means that if I'm to sell them, I must sell them and get more than 200,000. In that way, that's there you will know that you're making profit out of your small business. Now, small things that can help you learn how to track your records. For instance, I was also very weak in that area, but I'm learning, and I know that it's a very good thing. It's a way to go today if you are to do business in a smart way. So every day, make sure you know how much my birds consume. Do they consume 2 kilograms? Do they do 1 kg? How much is it? So write it in a book. You can actually start writing it manually in your book with a pen, and eventually as you grow, you will learn digital ways of keeping your records, especially on your phone, your laptop, etc. But for the starters, you can use a pen and write them in your book, and you'll be able to tell that I've been with these hens, I bought each hen at this amount. And so if you multiply, you'll be able to know how much you bought, the hens or the cocks or the chicks. And so after that, you know that I've been with them for 3 months, and in 3 months they have been able to eat 100,000. And so that one, you write it down. And so after everything, you go through, evaluate, and see, I'm overfeeding, I think it's time for me to sell. And that is going to help you set better prices for your hens, and then you make profit. Do you know that so many farmers, especially beginners, they don't make profit on the start? As long as they see money coming, they believe, because you did not write down how much money you invested in, so you cannot know whether you made a loss or a profit. You find yourself maybe saying poultry is not profitable, I don't see any difference, because you did not write down. Writing down is a form of discipline. It's going to help you learn that even when you have a bigger number of hens, you're going to be able to manage, and you're going to be able to grow them very professionally, and you will get money. Nowadays, it's not all about how many you have, it's about how smart you are at that. You can have 100, someone can have 2,000, and you get better out of your 100, and yet the other person doesn't get, because they are doing business in an ordinary way, like our forefathers did. Today things have changed. There is a lot of digital transformation, so we need to keep a track of records, how we do this. And so it will help you that you will even know how you have grown in your business. You can even have a record to tell, I started with 100, and in this year I brought 2,000. So in future, as you do evaluation, you are able to tell that, yeah, I have been growing, or I have been declining, and there you make informed decisions. And the next thing you need to do, you need to you maximize the profits on the farm, and you're going to do that by looking at the cost of production, looking at how better you can cut the cost of production. For example, if you have 50 hens, why do you need a laborer? Why do you need a worker? Why do you need 3 workers? You find that you have a less number of birds which you can do yourself, which you can, this one doesn't have too much work, especially if they are not too many, because they only need food and water. And so you are going to come and give them food and give them water, and you close the house, come back and pick the eggs. In that way you are minimizing the cost of production. The money that you would pay someone, you feed someone, you cater for someone's accommodation, you are saving it. It is your profit, And so as you do that, cut down the cost of production. Another thing that will help maximize profit is when you are calculative. You know that these hens are supposed to eat, for instance, mine, they are supposed to eat 7 kilograms in the morning and 7 kilograms in the evening. So I make sure I give them exactly the 7, because if I give them 10, then the feeds that would take me a week are not going to take me a week, and so I will be investing in more money than I get. And so you calculate, give them exactly what they need. These birds, even if you give them 100 kilos today, tomorrow you will surprise they will have finished it, but they will still give you one egg in its normal size. They will not lay a huge egg or 3 at a go. So you have to be very calculative and know that I have to give them what they exactly need. Another thing, you have to avoid disease on your farm. That is one way of cutting cost of production, because diseases of poultry farming are very expensive to treat. So you're going to know that I need a disinfectant to disinfect the water, to disinfect the feet, the gumboots, so that you know that my farm is very safe, free from diseases, regardless of the number of hens that you have. Now, so many farmers, they are very excited, or they are very ignorant. So someone comes to visit your farm, maybe you sell broilers, and then you tell them, go there and look for the birds that you want. Someone is from another farm, data shoes, they are bringing diseases on your farm, and when they leave, your hens start to die, and you make a loss. So make sure you put in a strategy that you're going to sell your customers. They get satisfied, but then you also get satisfied. You do not bring diseases on your farm. Don't let everyone access your farm. When your visitors come, yes, come and see my farm, I have hens, then you open the house and they start looking. They even start carrying the hens, starting to measure how many kilograms right now. Hey, how many are they? Someone has just eaten chicken and the chicken was sick, and so they bring diseases on your farm. So make sure you have restrictions on the farm. Not everyone can access these birds. Not be excited at bringing people to see your birds. Just be security sensitive, knowing that any disease that will come here will definitely lower down your profits. So make sure you have biosecurity. If someone must see, there are people who they must see, like friends, your parent would want to see. There is no way you can tell them to look from a distance. So make sure you disinfect them, disinfect their hands, disinfect their shoes, and if you have like overcoats, give them, let them see when they are they are very, very clean, knowing that there is no risk or for the birds. So be very, very vigilant. Another thing that is going to help you on farm, you're going to have customer care. Now we survive in business because of the people that buy from us. Sometimes people have bad manners, bad customer language, find you not approachable, you don't treasure feedback. When someone complains about your egg, you'll be like, your eggs are not nice, the size is not like, you'll be like, for me I don't lay eggs, am I the hen? You start bringing useless, defensive mechanisms. Now, be very open to feedback. Now, for me and my farm, I always share with you, people would give me feedback, especially when my birds had just started laying, and I treasure my very first customer because the egg size was still very small, but I had to reduce the price because I wanted that money. And so this person tell me, you know what, you keep feeding your birds very well, the egg size is not nice, the egg shells are still weak. And I would now come and increase on calcium, increase on the feeding, and eventually my bird stabilized. Now if I had disregarded that feedback, it was not going to help me on the farm, and I would eventually fail to get that customer base. So make sure you work on your attitude, work on your customer language, work on your strategies. Don't be a person who is just thinking that customers obviously have to come to your farm to buy your eggs. Customers, they need to be respected, treasured. I'm saying that because I know so many people are failing in business because of that. Maybe you put someone to run that business for you, and their attitude attitude is bad. For you, you don't know. Please always take time, go at a farm, see how things are going. Take time and ask from your customers. Let them give you feedback about the product, how to ask them, the consumers, what are they saying, and eventually you will learn on how to grow. And those small things will help you do business in a very organized way. And then another thing, I'm not saying there are some customers who are just definitely stubborn, but that's not for you to fix. For you as a business person, you are interested in your customers' money. As long as they give you money, you don't have to fix their attitudes. Work on your attitude as well. If someone has a bad attitude, you don't have to have a bad attitude to sort them. You can actually sort them using your good attitude. If a customer fails to buy from you, let it be because of their own fault, not you. So as a business person who is starting small, you need to master a lot of things in order for you be able to benefit from the farm that you are doing. I know we can add a lot of things here. We can, do each and everything, but then I know you have learned something from that video. Thank you so much for watching. I believe you have learned. And so subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like for us, and love you.